Oh my god, this light is literally so intimidating because it shows everything that's going on in your face. Is it too close? Hi guys! It's been a while since I did a sit-down video. I've actually been so busy with school since New Year's was the last time I saw you guys in my vlogs during Christmas break in Sweden. So now I'm back in Paris, obviously, and since I came back, we literally came back 1st of January, so the day after my vlog. And since then I've been so busy with school. Like, we had exams, now I'm in the middle of my second term and my school is so intense, but it's so much fun, and that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about my school. The first video I did about my school was very successful, and I had a lot of questions and people that reached out to me about everything, which I can understand because these are the videos that I missed when I was applying to the school. So basically what I'm gonna talk about and show you guys is term 1, because now I've been in this school for about 5 months, so I know a little bit more about my experience, like what I think, what I don't like, what I like, everything that we're doing. So what I wanted to show you guys are actually some of the stuff that we've been doing in the classes that we've been having. So I'm gonna show you my work that I handed in for my first admissions week during at the end of term 1. Oh my god. So to start off, I have 5 classes. I have history of art and fashion, pattern cutting, which is where we sew and we learn to make patterns and constructions of garments. Then we have fashion drawing, where we learn how to draw illustrations. Then I have fabric class, and I have research class. So these classes have changed their names during term 2. It's like fashion illustration, fashion design, but they're still the same concept. So my experience so far during term 1 was actually it was good, but it was a lot to take. Everything was so new. I did practically everything for the first time. There was a lot of pressure on myself from myself, and I was, to be honest, doing pretty bad mentally. Like, I worked very hard and I was very hard on myself. I didn't really enjoy the process of actually getting to learn about my passion in life. Everything was pretty hard. It was very intense. There was so much to do. Since we don't have a lot of classes in school, the education itself is very intense because there's a lot of things to do on the outside, like basically homework. And yeah, everything was just so new. I had no idea what I was doing, but I managed to get everything down very, very good. I'm very happy about my grades that I got. So I managed to do everything perfectly the best way possible that I could have done. So I'm very proud of myself. But something that really changed for me is that when I had my break, my Christmas break, and came back for term 2 after admissions week, I felt so good and so proud of myself, of everything that I had like done and everything that I finished and stuff. So I started off term 2, which started like, I'm in week 4 now. Next week is week 5, yeah, so I'm filming this on a Thursday. So 4 weeks ago when I started term 2, I just started with everything with such a confidence and such a proudness of myself, and everything that we've been doing since the past 4 weeks has been so much fun, and it's just as intense, and we're basically continuing on the things that we're already doing in term 1. Oh my god, sorry. So we're like, how do you say, like, we're evolving with the things we already did in term 1 in term 2. So we're continuing, but with different assignments, of course, but still like the same concept. So yeah, I want to show you the work that I did in term 1 in order for you to understand what we're doing and stuff. In case you have any wonders about that, I've gotten a few questions about it. That's why I figured just make a video to show you my work, and you're getting an idea of what a fashion design student does in year 1 at Istituto Marangoni, basically. So yeah, I just wanted to say that like term 1 was tough because everything was new and I was doing everything for the first time, but already in term 2 I just did everything so much more efficient. Like, I've been so like on point and really been open to learn, and like, I don't know, kind of like open up to my flaws, and like I really learned things, and like I've evolved so quickly, which makes me enjoy my work so much more and actually like have fun while doing it instead of just stressing about it and like bashing myself down for not being good enough. It's very easy to like compare yourself in this in every educational situation, of course, but like especially for me, like with fashion, it's like everything we're doing is so expressive and like so personal, especially like to me who lives for this. So of course comparison is like the worst thing you can do to yourself, because you should never really do that, even if that's kind of also what the fashion industry is about, because you need to compete and you need to see what other people are doing and you need to do it better than them. So you basically you need to, you know, snap clients away from everyone. That's what everything is about, but also about being inspired by each other and lifting each other up and learning from each other. So yeah. First, I'm gonna show you some of the stuff we did in pattern cutting. I'm gonna insert some pictures of a skirt that we did as our final like assignment. And then I have this folder filled with, it's a mess in here. I'm embarrassed. I have to fix this until next like term 2's admissions, because it's very messy. We do a lot of stuff, especially like I'm showing you of course like term 1, but also a little bit of term 2, because yeah, we're already 4 weeks in, so a lot of this stuff is from term 2. And now right now we're working, I finished my dress a few days ago, and we're working on a lot of different assignments with making darts and making different manipulations that you can do by sewing and stuff. And then we work a lot on learning how to do patterns for a basic skirt, basic pants, basic oversized shirt is what we're working on right now. So it's a lot of cutting, a lot of patterns, a lot of being precise with your measurements. Two things that I also wanted to mention is that, like, kind of like a heads up for someone who wants to do this, is maybe thinking about going here or whatever. Something that I was very like thrown by is, first of all, I would recommend, I did not draw like one single thing before starting here. Like I had sewed a little bit, but I did basically nothing of the things that we had done in school, except for like mood boards and stuff I had done before like school. So everything was new to me, especially drawing, which is the class that I'm kind of struggling most with, because I've never drawn in my life, and then to make all of these amazing professional fashion illustrations is of course very difficult for me, because I'm way more artistic. I'm not so into the being very like proportion realistic and stuff. So what I would recommend is to already start like drawing different illustrations, maybe get a sewing machine, start learning how to sew a little bit, get to know everything, only to feel more comfortable when you start actual school, because this school is very intense and it really is the perfect mix of getting to know everything from the start, but they just do it very quickly and intense, which is like good because you get a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time. So it's only a good thing, but it's something that really threw me by, and I think that's why my term 1 experience was a little bit more anxiety filled than it could have been. Second of all, you need to buy a lot of equipment, so be ready for that. Literally the first thing I did was like put 200 euros on the equipment we need. Like you need a lot of stuff for pattern cutting, pens, calico to sew, like there's a lot going on. I also recently got a sewing machine that I'm going to show you guys. I got mine for like 200 euros at a great sewing store in Paris. So we also get a lot of recommendations for fabric, and there's a lot, you know, just like finding different fabrics for yourself, but they show you stores that are like very good and fun to explore in, and like usually the fabrics and stuff are pretty cheap. It's the equipment you just like need to be ready for, that it's gonna, yeah, you need to spend some money on the equipment for school. I can just like show you an example. Here are some pieces that I haven't even put in, and it's just like a pattern could, for example, look like this. So this is one half of a dress. And then here is something, let me explore what it is. Like I said, I need to really organize my folder. Okay, so this is a construction, I believe, of the body that we did first thing in term 2. So it's, yeah, it's pretty big. And there's a lot of measurements and fucking mathematics and stuff. I thought that you didn't need mathematics to be doing something creative, but if you want to do fashion design, you really do. Then in fabric class, we made a fabric book and mine looks like this. So I'm going to show you the inside of it. We basically learned about different fabrics, how all of the fabrics are made, swatches. Yeah, we learned a lot actually. This was very fun to make. So here's my fabric book. So here is like an introduction, yarns. Then we do, this is Lucas. I made him cry with yarns. And this is like the different types of yarns. Show some fabric made out of those. This is weaves. Same thing here. And we make like a little mood board. Cotton fabrics, information about it. It's very hard to do this with one hand. Same thing, like we go through all the different types. Wool. Here we have silk. Then the chemical fibers. Here's a burn test. Here's some easy fabric manipulations that I did. Some examples of weaves. Here's some yarns. Here are just like random samples of mine of different fabrics. We also we don't really get it, but we like borrow it during the school years, an iPad with a pencil to draw technical drawings, not digital drawings, sorry. So yeah, that's very, very nice. We are actually the first years of Marangoni students that gets these iPads. So very lucky to start in 2020 because the other ones didn't get one. In pattern cutting, we also keep a journal. This is just like a Ralph Lauren themed one that I got. It's just a personal journal to kind of, how do you say, document your lessons, what you did, what you learned, pictures of everything, just to see your process and yeah, keep it for your teacher and for yourself. So here you can also see like some of the pictures of patterns and stuff. And here, for example, this is term 2. So this was 2 weeks ago, I think. I bought some of the patterns. My favorite class is definitely research because we work with, that's the most creative class to me. I think that's why I love it. Because we do a lot of mood boards, which is something that like I do on my free time anyway, and especially something that I really did in the beginning. No, before my school, not in the beginning of my school. Before my school. As you can see, like I have, I'm sure you've seen my mood board, like here. I have a mood board in my bathroom, a mood board here on my wall. It's basically like you create your collection, you do research around it, you create this concept of who are gonna wear your clothes, what feelings do you want to bring with your clothes. So I have a research book here. This is what we did in research class. We basically explored our way of a collection. So mine is called Cottagecore Getaway. So I'm gonna show you more specifically what's in this book too. Then we have fashion drawing, and we made a sketchbook with all of the drawings inside. So we learned how to make the bodies, faces, shoes, hands. Then we started with the different fabrics, like how to make a cotton illustration, wool illustration. We learned marker rendering, how to shadow the proportions of the fashion body, the 9 heads, you know, and some technical drawings. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the inside of this book too. These are some of the drawings that I haven't put in my sketchbook because this is from term 2. So this one I did yesterday actually, so it's not quite finished, but it's only shadow, so it's not with marker yet, because don't tell my teacher, but I hate to do markers. Well, like I'm not good at it, and it's like very hard to do, and it's freaks me out a little bit. This is like metallic fabric. This is lace. I'm actually really proud. I feel like I have evolved, dude. I'm proud of myself. My friends are so fucking talented when it comes to drawing. That's also why I'm like, oh yeah. But they've also drawn for like their life, so you shouldn't compare yourself. So this is transparent, and this is, I did the same but in white. So you basically use a picture from a runaway and then you're just like drawing. Here is me working for research, like a few technical drawings for my collection, but they're not done and they're not like cleaned up basically. So like I said, my collection is called Cottagecore Getaway. So here I do a general mood board and a color palette. I explain a little bit the character who's wearing the clothes. This is like from the website, like what kind of trend are we using. This is the competitor for my brand. Here are the mood boards to explain the collection, the feeling of everything. This is so much fun to do, like. Here is the first keyword called layers. So here are some technical drawings that I did, some fabrics that I want to use. Then I have nature, some more like personal sketches. Here I have a fairy tale. This is Romance of the Renaissance. And now we come to, after this we came to turn 2. So this is more the, no, okay, well, these are all the references. I had a lot of pictures, so I had a lot of fucking references. So this is the elaboration, is it called that? Like the evolution maybe of my collection. So here's a new general mood board, still the same collection, but just like more evolving. And here I focus more on the woman body, female body, like a lot of flowers. More like freedom, being open, like personal growth. Yeah, so that's it for now. And here we have the sketchbook. So here is the bodice, faces, hands, shoes. Yeah, here is the marker rendering. And then here is like different, I'm only scrolling fast through this because my camera is about to die. So this is what it could look like, technical drawings. We also did some digital ones made on the iPad. I actually prefer to do some on the iPad and some on the by hand. It's a little messy right now, but that's because my camera is about to die, so I don't have time to like clean it up. But this is my sewing machine. I love this one. Here are some of the equipment, like scissors, all of the measurement tools. This is my dress, this is my exercise. And here I have this little guy. Got this from my brother, where I keep all of my sewing equipment. So there's a lot going on here. Here I have some yarns and embroidery stuff. These are all the markers that I have. Here, be ready for all the pencils, because there's a lot of them. Yay! So basically that's it, what I wanted to share with you guys. Probably gonna make way more of these videos. If you have more questions, more specific questions, I can make like a Q&A of like mixed questions about my education and stuff. But I hope you get a better like view of what we do and everything. I'm gonna make these videos how do you say, regularly after each term and stuff, to show you the evolution of what I'm doing and everything. But right now, as of right now, I love everything that we're doing. It's super intense, like we have so much to do all the time, but it's actually so much fun because you learn insanely much during such a small time, like I said. And yeah, I'm very happy that term 1 transformed me. Like I left the anxiety and pressure behind and actually got to enjoy my education now and just relax and have fun and be open to learn, and not like put all this pressure on myself to be the best at everything at once, because that's impossible and that's not why I'm in the school. I hope I didn't forget anything to mention anything. I showed you as much as possible. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon. Have a good week.